Nice. Okay, well, I tried. Electron has been running this promo to celebrate 15 years of Octatrack. It's like a marketing thing. It's really cool. There was a stream recently with Ricky Tinez and EZBOT, and it totally worked on me. I just felt like it was finally time. I've been looking at these for a really long time. I've had my eye on them for a while, but I found one used locally. I went and picked it up, and I'm pretty excited about it. So here we are. In preparation to learn this thing, this has a notoriously difficult learning curve. So I've been watching a lot of videos and reading up a lot about it before I decided to get one. And one piece of advice that really stuck with me was from John Wayne over at Jon Makes Beats. If you haven't seen that channel, check it out. It's really good. But he said the Octatrack kind of waits for you to tell it what to be. In other words, this is not an instrument that's gonna like hold your hand and make a beat with you the first time you turn it on. You kind of turn it on and it looks at you and it's like, what do you want? And that list of options is massive. So knowing what you want to get out of it going into it, I think is a really good thing. Before I started this first project, or even actually before I bought this unit, I kind of outlined a template based on what I want the Octatrack to do for me. And in this video, I'm just gonna attempt to make it do that thing. Bear with me, might be a little slow going as I'm new to this, but I'm excited. So let's jump over the desk and get started. All right, so here we are. I have done a couple things before I started this video. So number one, I formatted the compact flash card when I got this, and I loaded all of my own samples onto the compact flash card into a set, which my understanding is that's kind of like the top level folder in Octatrack. So I loaded all my own samples into a set, and then I put the compact flash card back in and started a new project. So this is a blank project in that set that I loaded all the samples in. And I guess that's it. That's really all I've done. So let's talk through my goal and what I want this thing to do, and then let's try and build it. To start, I want to keep things really, really simple to kind of set myself up for success here. So I want the Octatrack to be a drum machine and a live looper in one. And that's it. The Octatrack can do a lot more than this. I'm just starting, so let's just start with that. Drum machine and live looper. And I've done some research into the tracks, and I believe this is how I'm gonna achieve this. So tracks 1 through 4, I'm going to use as my drums. Tracks 5 and 6 are gonna be my 2 loopers. And then track 7 is gonna be a through track, so I can just always be monitoring my guitar. And then I'm going to use track 8 as a master. So before we start making anything, let's change these track types to what they need to be. So if I'm just using one shots on tracks 1 through 4 to build a drum groove, I think that these are fine as static tracks, because that means that it's going to pull samples from my compact flash card. I'll just use one shots here. That's fine. I don't think those need to change. Tracks 5 and 6, however, I believe they need to be pickup tracks. And function source lets me choose a new track type. Okay, that's a pickup track. And then function source, that's a pickup track. Cool. Track 7, like I mentioned, is going to be a through track for just always monitoring my guitar. And then track 8 is going to be a master, but I actually don't know how to do that. One second. Okay, so I consulted the manual, as you should always do. And it's here under System in Audio. Track 8 is master, not normal. Okay. I think we should be fundamentally set up here. Let's start building a groove. So I know that I can tap the tempo by holding function and going 2, 3, 4, 90.5. Okay, let's just round it down to 90. Name of the game is simplicity today. Simplicity all the way. Okay, and then let's put some drums on here. So I want to load a kick sample into track 1. Now, before I do this, I know you can use many different samples on one single track. I could probably do my whole drums on one track using parameter locking and sample switching. I get that. But again, we're just sticking to simplicity today. Track 1 is drums, track 2 is snare, track 3 is hi-hat, and track 4 is some kind of percussion. That's it. So track 1, double tap track 1, and I can see what samples have been loaded into my project RAM. Is that correct? So I hit yes, and here we are. Okay, perfect. Here we are in my samples, all of my audio that I put into this set. So if I want to load a kick, let's kick simple. If we're keeping it simple, we have to use any sample named simple, right? That's how that works. I press yes, it loads it into the first slot. And then I should be able, I think these are my track trigs. So there's my kick. 9 corresponds to 1, which is a little confusing, but that's where it is. So you can see this little play icon. Whenever I hit this, I'm triggering the kick in track 1. So let's record a kick in here. If I turn my metronome on, nothing. Why is that? 1 second. Okay, thank you, manual. So it's actually back here in control and then metronome. So by default, I guess it goes out of your cue volume. So I'm going to turn that down to 0 and turn the main volume up 50. And let's see if there's a metronome. Okay. So I think you can record on this the same way that you can on Digitact, which is to hold record and press play. And then I should be able to just hit this kick drum when I want to record a part. Let's try it. 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we did that. We can turn the click off. And now I want to add swing to this kick pattern. So function track trig edit. Go down to swing, and then I think I just turn, yes, 60, and let's hear how that sounds like. Okay, and then adjusting parameter locks should be just like Digitact, where you hold a step and then turn that down. Cool. So now we've got kind of a ghost note thing happening there, and that's our kick track. Done. Simple. On to track 2, let's put a snare. To load, we double tap, and then we hit yes. And then in this slot, that's fine. Let's use that. So there's our snare. I am in record, and if I just place trigs on 5 and 13, I think that should take care of that, right? Yes. And then I want to turn this down a little bit. Okay. Onward. Go into our samples here. Let's go back into hi-hat. Function yes. So here we are in a hi-hat. Let me think about what I want this. You know what? That's fine. Let's just do that. Record it. Here we go. Okay, so that doesn't have swing on it. Why is that? Manual. Be right back. Okay, so I can, turns out, thank you, manual, I can add swing to all by holding function and turning this. Yeah, see, swing all. Now all my everything's gonna be swung at 60. So there it is. And then in this track, I want to turn this volume down on this trig like that. Cool. This whole track needs to come down. And then balance, let's pan it left. Okay, and then if I want to, right, okay, so I have 2 effect slots, filters loaded by default, and that's exactly what I want. This took me a little bit to figure out, but bass is basically low cut and width is basically high cut, as I understand it. So let's turn that off. Let's cut some bass out of this hi-hat. And then I also want to shorten the sample. So if I turn hold all the way down, this should act like just, yeah. And then what if I want the pitch to come down? Very basic drum groove, but you know, we're doing what we can. All right, so I want percussion here. So, oh no, what did I do? Did I just, oh, I didn't do anything, I guess. Okay. All right, let's go into perc. Okay, I went into a different sample pack. I found the shaker from the Maxwell Sheesh Sounds. Let's put it in there. Okay, so if I want to, something really simple. Okay, so I recorded that and then I want to edit it. So let's turn, how do I, oh, function hold to mute, right? So yeah, turn the pitch down, turn the release way down. Perfect. Okay, let's bring these back and all right, I should mention here, I have a Digitact too, and I've been using that for about a year. So I'm ahead of the curve a little bit. I understand how the Electron sequencer works. This is not me. This is not like my first time ever using an Electron box. So I understand how like parameter locks and sequencer works. So I do have that advantage going into it. All right, before we go to looping, let's go to track 8, which I've set up to be my master. And okay, there's a filter and a delay on here, and I don't want that. I want to be a compressor. Just do kind of like an end of chain compressor, and let's get this. Okay, that's sounding a little better, but I want to pull some low end out of my snare, so. Okay, it's fine. We've used our static tracks on track 1 through 4. We've accomplished our goal, and it's time to move on. So let's save this function, and let me grab my guitar and turn on the HX Stomp, which I have over here on the side, and let's attempt to loop. So I have my guitar now, and I want to monitor my guitar into this through track. So I guess I need to turn in AB to, I don't know what the difference is between A and B and A plus B, but I guess we'll just go with AB. And I think if I read this correctly, in order for it to be unity, you need to turn the volume and the level all the way up, and I don't hear anything. Ooh, okay, this was actually pretty tricky. So in order for a through track to actually monitor, you need to put down a trig at the beginning of the track. And now if I stop, no, still nothing. Why is that? Now it works. I don't know. I don't know what happened there, to be completely honest. Maybe someone can comment and let me know what I did wrong. It wasn't working and then it started working. Maybe probably user error. So there's my guitar. Note that if I press stop twice, I can no longer hear it. So if the sequence is running, I can hear, and if I press stop once, I'll still be able to hear it. That's an important note. Same thing is true on the Digitact. Anyways, all right, so let's see. I have some chords. E minor 9, and then an F. What is that, an F minor 6? Into a G major 7. And that's it. It's nice and simple. With the sequence, it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Really nice. And this is a pickup track. And I have to shout out EZBOT here because he did a really simple video on how to loop with this thing. And I think I understood it. So if I go to function, setup 1, I set up my recorder. So I'm recording from in A, B. That's where my guitar is plugged in. In CD is off. Trig, I don't remember what that means. So I guess I'll just leave it at 1. Source 3, I think should be off. Record length, I want to record for 32 steps. I want to set my record length beforehand, 32 steps, okay? Function, setup 2, and then I turn the fade in and the fade out to the smallest possible value to prevent clicks and pops. And then I want quantize record on to be 16 steps. That basically just means when I press record, it'll wait until the nearest bar, like end of the bar, to record me. So I think we should be good. Theoretically, if I play the sequence and I want to record, I just press record 1 and it'll start at the next bar. 2, 3, 4. I press record 2 to stop, otherwise it'll keep overdubbing. And if I go into my audio editor, is there anything in there? Oh yeah, there is. Okay, guess it's just quiet. But it doesn't play back when I play the sequence. Oh, you know what? I bet you that was this here, quantize play. So if I turn quantize play to 16 as well, now I play the sequence, and when I press play, which is record 2, it'll play at the nearest bar. 2, 3, 4. Yes, that's what it was. Okay. Now what if I want to overdub on top of this? Like I want to play something, a single note thing. Something like that, right? I think if I go into my audio editor, I want to see this happen. And I think I press this, I should be overdubbing. Nice. Press record 2 and it stops overdubbing. Yes. So this like whole just overdubbing instantly thing is pretty cool. I'm excited about that. Now let's go to track 6. And I'm going to try and change to a bass and lay down some bass. So do I have to... track 6 is a pickup machine. That's correct. And then okay, I guess I have to set this up again, and that's it. So now we get out of here, we press play. Oh, and then we have to play this 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. All right. So let me practice with this, see what I want to play. 1, 2, 3, 4. that's fine. One thing I want to do, I wonder, can I do this on my pickup machine? Can I filter it? Yeah, so let's just turn the low end out. Take some low end out of here just to make room for the bass. That's much better. Is there a way to play the sequence and the pickup machine recording at the same time? Probably. I probably just don't know what it is. Someone let me know. Now let's go to track 6. And I think we're set up here. 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then on track 6, I want to take some high end out. Nice. Okay. I'm doing this whole thing in my headphones. I have no idea if this is mixed appropriately at all. So, thank you for bearing with me. And then track 7 is still my through machine, so I should be able to just all right, so my through machine is fine. If I want to solo, I can. I want to do one more thing, and that is I want to figure out how the fader works. So my understanding, based on an Instagram reel that Electron posted, is if I fade into, well, okay, so I'm on my master track. There's my compressor. This is the filter. So let's play everything. All right, my track is playing. So if I fade over to this scene, hold this button, and take some high end out, add some resonance, then yes, cool. So, and then I think I can do more with this. Like if I wanted to, I don't know, time stretch or stretch my drums, hold this. Let's see, I want to bring the pitch on all my drums down for this, and like this. Wow, that's so cool. So if I fade over, the filter gets applied on my master and my drums pitch down. That's really cool. Well, I think I've accomplished my goal of making something. Just to recap, I used these 4 tracks as static tracks, put one-shots on them to build a drum groove in the sequencer. I used track 5 and track 6 as loopers that are synced together. So think of these as like an RC500, like a 2-track looper. Track 7 as a 3-track, and track 8 as a master. That was not as hard as I really thought it was going to be. Leave all the tips and tricks in the comments. Let me know all the things, all the secrets that might help me in this kind of drum looper workflow that I'm going to be using this for. Thank you for stumbling through this with me, and I will see you soon. Have a great week. Cheers.